Hello and welcome to Charter Local Edition Northwest. Today we're in Florence, Oregon, and we're talking to the people about the news and issues that matter to you. My guest today is David Koch. He's the Chief Executive Officer with the Port of Coos Bay. Thank you for joining us.
Thank you for having me.
Tell us what role the port plays for your citizens.
Sure. The Port of Coos Bay is a local government entity within the South Coast region, and our focus is primarily on making sure that investments are made in transportation infrastructure that help move goods through the region, either goods that are produced within the region, primarily forest products and some ag commodities, as well as seeing that goods that are coming into the community to be exported out through our port have the transportation infrastructure that they need to get through the supply chain that we serve effectively.
So what things are you working on to ensure that's there for your industries?
Sure. So what we primarily focus on is finding ways that we can get state and federal investments in the critical transportation routes that serve not only the Coos Bay area but the regional economy. We are the Port of Coos Bay, and our port district encompasses roughly the Coos watershed, but the role that we serve is a much larger regional role. The port, a few years ago, was faced with a situation where the rail line that served the region was closed down. And we had to partner with the shippers that existed on the line, the industries that were located along the rail line in a three-county area in Lane, Douglas, and Coos County. We partnered with legislative leaders within that three-county area, as well as state and federal leaders, to go through a process to buy the rail line, which we did in 2009. And in 2011, we were successful in reopening the line. And it's been successfully serving that three-county region and industries located along that rail line. Since 2011, we've grown every year since we reopened the line. Last year, we had just shy of 5,000 loaded rail cars full of commodities either going out of or coming into the community. This year will be close to 7,300. And each one of those rail cars represents 3.5 trucks that would be on the highways, transiting those narrow coastal two-lane highways between the I-5 corridor and the Oregon coast, and we've been able to take those trucks off of the highways and get those commodities onto rail.
I remember when a lot of commodities were moved in this country with the trains, but then when businesses felt like they couldn't rely on the train services to get their commodities there, there was a damage to the trust, and that's when so much moved onto the roads with the trucking. And so do you feel like you're building the trust with the industries again, that this will be a reliable mode for them?
And it's a great question, and it's part of what we saw happening in our communities in the years before the local rail line shut down, is that they had eroded that trust. They were not reliable. When we took over the rail service, that was the feedback that we got from the shippers, is that they needed to be reliable. We've partnered with a private rail company that does the service now. They've been able to win back that trust and get a lot of those commodities back onto rail that had gone to truck, and it makes them competitive with the industries that exist in other parts of the state that are closer to the I-5 corridor and the main transportation systems.
Well, it serves a lot of people if we can move some of that heavy transportation back into the train service, which seems that it was originated for.
And in terms of the state funding requirements for maintaining those highway systems, you get the heavy trucks off of those highways and back onto rail, and you don't have to invest as much money into maintenance of the highway system.
And we only have just a couple of seconds left, but what are your top priorities for this next year?
Well, our top priorities are continuing to work with the state and federal government to make sure that programs like Connect Oregon at the state level are fully funded, that the federal government is putting money into not only the main transportation networks, but the Corps of Engineers gets money that they need to maintain the navigation channels for the maritime transportation side of the system. And those are our primary legislative focuses.
Well, I wish you good luck with that.
Great. Thank you so much.
Thank you for being here, and thank you for watching. This is Charter Local Edition Northwest. I'm Dana Cowley.